All right, everybody, welcome. This is our Sunday night team call. Thank you guys for joining us. And you can be doing so many other times with your schedule, but this is a very important thing that we do every single Sunday. And this gives us all a chance, especially for new people, to get together once a week so that we can share experiences, talk about upcoming events, let everybody know what's going on with our business, especially for the new people. You get to see that we have team members from not only in your area, but also around the world. So, what I want to do is for you guys to go ahead and type in the chat box where you're logging in from. Go ahead and type in where you are logging in from. What city? What state? You've got Marianne from Greenwood, Wisconsin. Potosi. I've never heard of Potosi before. Longview, Texas. Utica, Kentucky. Kingsburg, California. Greensboro, Amboy, Orlando. Freehold, New Jersey. Never heard of Freehold before. Grandma Margie. Where is that? St. SLZ, California. What does SLZ stand for? Amboy, Illinois, Jacksonville, Florida, Rhonda, LA, McKinney, Texas, and I am logging in from LA as well. All right, we got Chicago, San Lorenzo. We've got all over the country, guys. And I want to first of all say congratulations to you guys because we had a very, very big week this past week in production. And I would have to say that the member of the week for the past week would go to Grandma Margie. So Grandma Margie, thank you for all the hard work that you are putting in and for your new team. In fact, Margie is very, very close to hitting the position of power marketer in the company. So I think that's probably going to happen. When is that, Margie? Sometime this week that she's going to knock out that position. So congratulations. I want to start off talking about our Las Vegas convention that we have coming up. We are now 2 weeks away from the Vegas convention. We have extended the $119 that it costs to get started. We've extended that till the end of the month now. So it was going to go up to like 180, but we're keeping it at 119. So if you haven't done so, I just got a text from one of my good buddies here in LA. He's already registered today. He's ready to go. So we're going to have a good time out in Vegas. And I got some more news. You know, this is an all-star event that we're putting together. This isn't, those of you who were a part of our last company, the events were pretty good. But what they're putting together here, this is all-star quality. We're going to be at one of the nicest resorts in all of Vegas. We have the top money earners all over the world that's flying in, the owner of the company. We have Laurel Langmeyer, who is one of the top, not just motivational speakers in the world. She's written 5 bestsellers. She's considered the millionaire maker. She was in the movie The Secret. She's been on Oprah, been on Dr. Phil, been on every show you can think of on TV talking about money. She's helped create over 1,000 millionaires in her career. She travels the world doing seminars where people will spend thousands of dollars just to attend her events. She's going to be there. She's also a co-owner of the company. And you get to get trained by her personally, one-on-one, well, one-on group. But it's not like, it's going to be a small group of us that's going to be there for her. And it's only $119. And it's in her best interest. See, here's one thing that I know about motivational speakers and events like this. They train you and they teach you, but you leave and they want you to take the knowledge that you've gained from them teaching you, and then you go back to whatever business you're in, and whether it's a home-based business, whether it's your own corporate America, and you use the skills that you learn to better your life. But in this instance, what she teaches you, you're going to go use to help build the company that she co-owns. So it's really in her interest to give you as much help and support as possible. And for those of you who are global power and above, you actually can say, hey, I co-own a company that Laurel Langmeyer also owns. How cool is that? Not only that, she's also bringing with her Kevin Harrington, the shark from Shark Tank. Kevin Harrington is all going to be there. And I just found out 2 days ago that we also have Jim Britt. He is one of the top motivational speakers in the world as well. He's been around this industry for a very long time. In fact, he was Tony Robbins' mentor for 5 years. Not only is he also going to be training at the event, but we're going to have him this Tuesday on our own training right here, liveonedream.info. We're having a special Tuesday night. We're going to be having an interview with Jim Britt. So you guys can get a little piece of, who he is, what he's going to be training about at the Vegas event. And then we're going to be doing a presentation right after. So the schedule's going to flip a little bit this week. Normally I do the Thursday evening presentation, but that's going to be done by Noel Floyd Thursday night. And then Tuesday night I'm going to be doing it after the presentation and the interview with Jim Britt. So we've got an all-star lineup set for this Las Vegas convention. There is, I'm going to say this ahead of time now, that London is planning an event. I don't know the exact date. That's going to be announced, I guess, at the convention. But that's going to happen in September. My wife and I will be there. We're going to be there for that London event. That's going to be huge. Most of the growth that's taking place in this company right now is international. Just today, they had a Super Sunday event in London. They had over, I think it was, Fraser told me, 300 something people just on a Super Sunday. So when this event happens, it's 6 months from now, 7 months from now, it is going to be huge. So just letting you know that now. Also at the event, you're going to see some new videos that's going to be released. A lot of people, especially in the States, say shopping Sherlock's not sexy enough. It's not flashy enough. It's not exciting enough. It's funny how U.S. people think compared to Europeans. Europeans are like, what are you talking about? This is the greatest thing next to sliced bread. We've got people making 5 figures a week. You guys are complaining that you don't have enough. Really? But we're Americans, we think and we act differently. So we're going to have some new videos that's going to be released. You're going to see some new, the new look of the website. The front homepage is going to look different. The Sherlock Saver itself is going to be different. In fact, the goal is, and I'm not supposed to say too much, but that it's going to be, the whole point is to have one website, Shopping Sherlock, so that you don't be confused going to 2 websites, Shopping Sherlock and also Sherlock Saver. We're also going to have, or introducing the toolbar that will always be up on someone's computer, so that they don't have to actually log in to Sherlock Saver to get savings and cash back and daily deals and things like that. Also, I know people have been asking about the mobile app. Well, I'll tell you this. The mobile app is an ongoing project. The goal is by London for the app to be 100% complete the way we want it, where you'll have search features on it as well. You'll be able to, if no matter what city you're in, you can look up daily deals in your area, and you can use the search bar just like you do on the Sherlock Saver. Also, we're going to be adding something called the best in social. The best in social. So basically what that means is you're going to have the ability to sign up small businesses who want to have their business featured on the Sherlock, kind of like Groupon's does. I was a part of a company a couple years ago that they were a little bit ahead of their times on this concept of being able to sign up a local business in your area. And anytime somebody through the Sherlock buys something from that store, you get paid. No matter if it's your downline, no matter if it's somebody you gave the Sherlock to, it doesn't matter. It could be somebody from a different state, but you get credit because you signed them up. What that also does it gives small businesses that can't compete with the Walmarts and the Best Buys, and they don't have a lot of foot traffic coming through their stores. It gives them the opportunity to have their products to be seen through a whole lot more people than normal. So it's a win-win situation for them. We bring them business, we get paid from it, and we're adding to the value of the Sherlock. This also helps to increase the value of our Sherlock, going up to $4 per Sherlock. So that, and there's other things that I don't even know yet that's going to be talked about at the event. Sometime this week, the itinerary, the official itinerary, should be brought up. For example, that Friday night, I think it's starting at 4 o'clock. The first members who had registered first, the first 50, is having like a private dinner with Michael Weeder. And then at, I think it's 7 is our social event where, everybody's just getting together and meeting each other. It's not a presentation. There is going to be a presentation on the 19th this week in Vegas with Michael Weeder. I'll send an email out on that flyer if you guys haven't seen it already. And we're looking into having a presentation that Thursday night before, because people have been asking, will we have a presentation the Thursday night or the Friday night? So it's not going to be Friday night because we have a social, but that Thursday night before. Also, people say, what about guests? Can I bring guests to the event? Well, yes, you can, but they have to pay $119 for the whole weekend. There's not going to be a presentation unless that's done on Thursday that a guest can come to for free. Also, let's see what other update on that. Oh, Saturday, all-day Saturday event, and then Saturday night is the dinner reception and award ceremony. That's going to take place Saturday night, and then Sunday morning until the afternoon, there's going to be like what they call breakaway training sessions, one-on-ones. I don't know exactly how that's going to work or who's doing trainings and what topics. But that's going to take place Sunday. And then they're working on right now, I can't announce it, but something special for those of you who are waiting, who are still being in town Sunday night, something special to do for all those members. So you'll see an email go out about that this week. I can't say it yet because it's not set in stone, but I know my wife's excited about it. So that's going to happen Sunday night. So we're going to have a very, very good event, and I really expect for there to be a lot of momentum, especially on the U.S. side, generated after this event. Those of you who are going to be there, you're showing real leadership for yourself and your teams, and you can go back and tell your team and be able to teach your team members who weren't able to be there, share that information with them. You're really going to be about a good 6 months to a year ahead of the game. I've been in this industry a very long time. I am not a hype guy. I don't just hype up events for events' sake. They're there for a reason. And if you talk to every single leader in this industry, every single one, I'm not talking about internet marketers, but even internet marketers go to events that their companies hold. But they will tell you they build their business from event to event. I think ACN is the master at this. They have a convention every 90 days. Every 90 days. 4 times a year. You ask them why. Why do they do that? And they will tell you. Because we know the psychology. We know how people are. People go to the events. They're excited. They're motivated. They're hyped up. They go to home, talk to everybody. But around that 3 months into it, they kind of lose focus a little bit. And then you have another event to get everybody back on the same page. And they've been doing that for 20 years. There's a reason for that. Ultimately, I'm going to make it a goal with this company that we have an event of that magnitude every 90 days. Right now, the last international convention Sherlock had was a year ago in Atlanta. Some of you guys saw that video. And the next major event is going to be London. I'm looking forward to, after this event, really going to be putting Los Angeles on the map. I'm going back old school. And in my last 4 or 5 years, the majority of the teams I've always had have been on the East Coast, not even in my own city. I think at most, maybe a couple of hundred people on my team in my own city, but the thousands have been everywhere else. Well, we need to go back to old school. And I'm going to have local meetings here in LA frequently. So that's going to be one of my commitments and goals after the Vegas convention. And I would highly advise all of you leaders to start up local face-to-face home meetings, hotel meetings in your area, because that's how this business is going to be built. Yeah, the internet is great, but that's just a tool. You look at all the top companies right now: Organo Gold, ACN, Visalis, 5 Links, all the health and wellness companies. They're not built through webinars. They're built through local meetings and presentations. They're not built trying to sign up the heavy hitter internet marketer. They're built by having people in your own neighborhood, people that you work with, people that you know, people in your city, hosting meetings, talking to people who have never been in network marketing before, people who are not jaded by it, people who are not losing focus and in 4, 5, 6, 7 different things, people who are passionate about what they're doing. And this event also is going to show you a little bit of the passion, because I'm actually passionate, more passionate than the last company I was in. I made a lot of money in the last company. Made a lot of money, hit the regional vice president position. Retired off my job. And I'm more passionate about what I'm doing now than what I was doing then. So you want to be passionate about what you do. And being able to work with people one-on-one and face-to-face really helps that passion out. So I can't stress the importance of this event. And then getting ready for the next one after it. So that is the event. Also, what I want to show real quick. Let me see here. I want to show the video because someone asked, who's Laurel Langmeyer? Right? Who's Laurel Langmeyer? For those of you who are brand new and you don't know who that is, let me show Laurel's video. So here's 1 second.
About money is the law of attraction. You take your skills, do what you know, and make some money. I came from the conversation of we can't afford it, don't ask for it, money doesn't grow on trees. And as I went on to college, I really realized that being an entrepreneur is where the money is. I became an entrepreneur and made millions of dollars. And now money grows everywhere. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm a farm girl from Nebraska. You need to be your own boss to make your own money in your own way. If you want to be a millionaire, get on your feet.
This is CBS 11 News This Morning.
And we've been making millionaires. My fastest millionaire is 9 months. Average is 3 to 5 years. So we do it really different than anyone else ever does.
New York One, news all evening.
Maximizing your 401k, again, is what I call parking and praying. You're parking your money with somebody and praying they're going to do something with it. But millionaires don't leave a lot to chance.
It's Hunts and Friends.
Most people are focusing on debt. What we want you to focus on is creating more. It isn't as simple as just saying, oh, I want to casually become a millionaire. It's I want to be a millionaire and I'm going to change my choices, my way of living, and really get in action around creating that for myself.
On the money.
When your annual income becomes your monthly income, you'll know you'll have arrived. And I remember thinking, oh my God, that is so much money. Like, how am I ever going to make that? And now we probably make it every day.
All right, Dr. Phil. Laurel Langmeyer is here.
You can run from creditors, but you can't run from your credit score. And I know I bring that back because it's about you being able to get into an apartment or even rent a house.
You can't be a casual couch potato if you want to be rich.
I don't believe in self-made millionaires. I think they're team-made millionaires. Everyone does this with a team.
Somebody's already done what you want to do. So go find those companies. That money comes easily and frequently when you demand that it comes to you, because you demand your life to be bigger, because you demand that you're here to do something bigger.
Let me meet you where you are and take you where you need to go. Because 1 year from now, you're going to wish you started today. So ready? Let's go.
All right, you guys get the hint? That's Laurel Langmeyer. Also, an update. As you guys already know, we are the #1 top performing company in the world. So I want to give a little bit of arm you guys with some ammunition here. Because I had somebody ask me, Brandon, how in the world can Shopping Sherlock be the #1 company in the world? I never heard of it. I said, is that a bad thing? What that should tell you is something's going on that you don't know about. I had another gentleman in another company, and he was trying to recruit me into his coffee company, and no, it was not Organo Gold. It's another one. And he kept talking about that they changed the compensation plan, and it is one of the best compensation plans on the market, and how he's going to be making $80,000 a month, and at the end of the year, and I need to really take a look at what they're doing. And I said, the company, as good as it is, it hasn't been performing over the last couple of months. So you changed the comp plan 3 times. Coffee, yes, 70% of the planet drinks coffee, but 97% of the planet is shopping online. And his response to that, and I share this with you guys so that you guys know how to respond to a response like this. This was a heavy hitter. This was a guy who has made 7 figures. His response to when I said that 97% of the planet shops online, he said, everybody and their mama has a shopping portal. Everybody and their mama has a shopping portal. This a guy who's trying to sell me on coffee, and he's not even promoting Organo Gold. And you want to tell me that everybody has a shopping portal. Here's the reality. There is no competition to Shopping Sherlock right now, really, worldwide. There are a few companies that are doing something with shopping. None of them the way that we are doing it. The biggest one out there is a company called Market America. And Market America has a higher startup cost and a horrible compensation plan. And they've been around for a very long time. This is a company that has learned to adapt. It didn't start off with online shopping. It was, did coupons and stuff like that before. But this company made $640 million in 2013. $640 million. And nobody knows who they are. When you're dealing with the trillion-dollar industry, you don't need all of it. There's enough room for 50 Shopping Sherlocks out there. Do you think Walmart closes its doors because there's a Target, there's a Best Buy? Do you think Macy's says, oh well, JCPenney's here, let's close shop? All we need are the crumbs to be a billion-dollar company. So there's plenty of market share. Then he said this next. Well, I said, buddy, look at MLMrankings.com. We're #1 over the past 6 months. And he said, well, I've never heard of them, and my network, nobody in my network has even mentioned Shopping Sherlock to me. And I said, are you saying that to me as a negative? What that should tell you is, we're #1, you haven't heard about it yet, which means there's plenty of opportunity. What if you were the ones to tell them? So let me ask you another question. The coffee company you're a part of that nobody had heard about. Everybody in your network heard about it from you because you were the first. He said, oh, yeah, you got me there. I said, yeah, you keep watching because this is going to happen whether you like it or not, with or without you, no matter what your opinion is. No matter what issue you have. I had to give myself a gut check a couple months ago. And this is a team call, so we share. And when I share my experiences, then at some point you may go through these as well. But we have ups and downs in our lives and in our careers. And there was a one point a couple of months ago where I was really down. I was really down. Things were not going the way I wanted them to go. What does that mean, Brandon? Well, my goal was to have 5,000 reps on our team by December. My goal when the merger happened was that we were going to make this company the #1 company in the world just because we're here. We put 6,000 people in business in the previous year. This is going to be a cakewalk. And I got a rude awakening that as simple as things can be, sometimes it's not always as easy, and sometimes it doesn't happen the way you want it to happen. We still put in over 700 reps, but it wasn't according to my own goal. And at the same time, I was being approached by many other companies throwing money at me. And I had a long talk with my good old dad. Yeah, sometimes you got to have a talk with your dad. No, he's my hero. And my dad has not been the biggest supporter of network marketing. My dad is that one guy who made it in corporate America. That one guy who came from Compton, California, dirt poor, and had so much of a high work ethic that he became the CEO of his company, one of the highest paid people in his position in the world. Been at the same company for 40 years. When he retires, he's going to be earning more than 100% of the income he had when he was working. That's the American dream that 99% of people don't have. And because he had that success, he believes that, oh yeah, his sons are going to go through the same exact thing. And that's not reality. My brother owns his own business. I've been laid off twice before. I own my own business. So what my father experienced is not what we experience. And he hasn't been supportive of me in my network marketing career. He was like the you know, rich dad, poor dad. He was like the poor dad. Now he wasn't poor, but he had that poor dad type of, you need to get a job and have security in your life. Well, over the years he's realized that that's not working for us. So he doesn't understand network marketing until he saw the money I was making. He understands it now. But I had to talk with him. I said, hey, Dad, you know, what do you think I should do? Should I just continue course? Or should I go somewhere else? And he asked me a couple of questions. He said, well, number one, you're not a quitter. Number two, how's the company doing itself? The company is fantastic. The company is exploding. The company is blowing up. Then he asked me this, is there a market for it? Is it in the right industry? Because my dad doesn't understand the e-commerce stuff. And I said, absolutely, I've been doing my homework. This is the wave of the future. He says, is there people in the company that's having success? I said, there's people in this company that made $1 million. There's people in the company making 5 figures a week. And he said, huh. So if the company is having success, if there's people in the company having success, if you're in the right industry, then yes, you're in the right place. You just need to figure out how to adapt. You can't always do things the same way. He said, I listened to one of your videos, and my dad doesn't normally listen to my stuff. The only time he listens to anything that I do is if my mom's listening to it. And he said, there's something that you said. He said, don't you say this all the time to people who's working a job? You say, if what you're doing is not working, don't you think you need to come up with a different plan and a different way of doing something? If what you've been doing, so it says, so the success that you've been having, you've been doing things a certain way. You might want to change up the way you're doing it. And then have patience. Wow. That was a good talk, Dad. So I made a decision, and I said, you know, I am going to commit. Like, I already made that decision, but, you know, it's like need confirmation. I'm going to commit to this task long term, no matter what happens. Now, that can be a little bit tricky because I was in church today. And the pastor talked about being stubborn and following a course when you're not getting the results. Maybe you need to set a new course. So it's very, you have to be careful. You have to be tricky on this. So for me personally, what I looked at is, You take away the company Shopping Sherlock, and you look at the industry. Would I do this industry even if there was no Shopping Sherlock? Absolutely. We would be foolish not to. All the millionaires and billionaires are all saying the same thing, and the rest of America hasn't figured it out yet. It's like we have inside knowledge right now. Absolutely. And then we're in a company that's there at the beginning. This is like AC in 1993. That's where we are right now. And the company's blowing up. Now, I will say all this to you guys. Just clap your hands for this. Because I made a statement at the beginning when the merger happened, and I said that, and I told this to Michael Weeder, said we cannot promise you numbers, but we will promise you massive exposure. You guys have been doing a great job getting the word out about our company, getting exposure out there, flooding the internet with content, and there is no coincidence that since we've came on board, all of a sudden the last 6 months, Shopping Sherlock becomes one of the top performers. Now, our team may not have been the fastest growing team in the company that put in all those numbers, but we sure have been getting the word out about this company that people have been taking notice. So you guys want to pat yourselves on the back for that one. Congratulations. 2014, we are going to make history with this company. And when we speak about leadership, where every single one of you are right now, you are the first before the major wave hits. And the major wave hasn't hit yet. I was talking to Simon Brooks about this, and he agrees with me. He thinks that the major wave and the major push that will take place in this company will be around January 2015. So we're going to do a little bit of forecasting here. And this is why you want to have long-term thinking and want to be here for the long term. Why January 2015? Why is that? Well, the best indicator of future performance is past results. So let's take a look at what happened in 2013. Holiday season. What happened in 2013? Shopping broke. Online shopping broke all records. It changed the paradigm. We had so many people shopping online that people in the industry took notice. Said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And in fact, Howard Schultz called it an inflection point. I'm not going to go over all these articles. I just want you guys to know it's because of what happened in 2013. Everybody is forecasting what's going to happen in 2014. UPS and FedEx, for the first time in history, were not able to live up to their promise of delivering product and services on time for Christmas. They weren't able to do it. Why? Because they did not take into account how many people would actually all of a sudden go shopping online. When you're in a recession and a bad economy, people are looking for better ways to save money. They're not going to stop Christmas shopping, no matter if you have a job or not. You want to still get your kids and family some stuff. But you're looking for better ways of saving. And right now, the best ways is online. You're looking to save time as well. So now, instead of driving from store to price compare, all you have to do is go online to do so. That's exactly what Shopping Sherlock does. So anybody tells you, well, there's going to be a whole lot of other companies that may have cooler videos than Shopping Sherlock that come out to promote online shopping. Say, but we're not a shopping portal. All we are is a price comparison website, and you choose whether or not you want to purchase something through our Shopping Sherlock. You don't actually buy something from Shopping Sherlock. We just redirect you to where all the savings are. Which means the more of these companies, JCPenney's, Macy's, Best Buy, Amazon, the more they spend money on doing online shopping stuff, the better that is for us. Because we're going to be able to show you comparisons with all these companies. and the more savings they offer, the more money we're going to make. And they're gearing up for this right now. 5 problems retailers must fix in 2014. Without rebirth, malls face extinction. Showrooming left in the dust as shoppers go online. Tsunami of store closing expected to hit retail. Mobile commerce statistics. E-commerce in the Middle East grew by 300%. Walmart Sam's Club to cut 2,300 workers. E-commerce expanding at breakneck pace. Stores confront new world of reduced shopper traffic. Holiday sales up, but fewer people in stores. The rise of online entrepreneurship. This is especially powerful right here. Entrepreneur online. What this is saying is, and this let me just help you understand why this is important. See, normally we have guys like Robert Kiyosaki or Donald Trump or even Bill Clinton, maybe even Warren Buffett. And these guys have been saying this for years, that direct sales and network marketing is the wave of the future. But they've been saying it so much that the rest of the media and the public really don't pay them much of attention. And when people thinking about owning their own business, they're not thinking about online shopping. They're not thinking about network marketing in a home-based business. They're thinking about brick and mortar. Do what my godfather did. Have $250,000 and start your own Quiznos. Buy a couple Wingstops, like Rick Ross, who owns 10 of them now. Get your In-N-Out burger chain. Those of you in California know what I'm talking about In-N-Out. Have $1 million to get your own McDonald's. Start your own shop on the corner. Have a grand opening sign. Things like that. But look at what now is going into mainstream media. With lower startup costs and a broader reach, a growing number of entrepreneurs are turning to online retail instead of traditional brick and mortar businesses. In other words, if you have a product and an idea, instead of leasing out a office space that may cost you a lot of money just to have cost, having to have staff, monthly overhead, you can go online, create yourself a website, and use the internet to sell your products, goods, and services. Because now you can reach farther than just your local market. You can sell your product all the way around the world because of online shopping. And it doesn't cost you much money to do so. This line right here just endorsed network marketing. And then it goes on to say, why does it say online retail? Well, e-commerce is a $200 billion industry in just the U.S. Now, I want to, we talk about a $1.29 trillion industry around the world. But let's just talk about the United States. We have less than 5,000 active reps in Shopping Sherlock in America. And we're the only major company in America in this industry. And this industry is a $200 billion industry in the United States alone. What is the coffee industry in the United States? $200 billion industry in the United States alone. Projected to expand by 15% each year. 15% a year in the United States alone, and nobody knows about us. It would be foolish of me, knowing what I know, to take my eye off the ball and do anything different. It's not me saying this or making this stuff up. And then you have, and this is a very interesting article, Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz talks about there's a sea change happening in retail. The owner of Starbucks. Now, why is he even talking about this? And you guys have heard me talk about before the river of money. That in a good economy, wealthy people make a lot of money, and in a bad economy, they make even more money, because when the economy shifts, the river shifts and changes. The wealthy people move with it, and we don't, because we don't even know the river moved. Someone asked me this a couple of days ago. They said, Brandon, I like that analogy, but why is it that we don't, we're the last ones to recognize what's going on in an age where we have access? It's not like the wealthy people have secret access to knowledge, so to speak. We have the internet. We all have access to what's going on in the world. Well, a lot of times we don't understand, what's taking place as far as the market. We're not investors. It's the top 1% own more than 40% of all investments in America. So we're not investors, so we don't recognize those trends, and we are the ones that react instead of we're reactionary instead of getting ahead of a trend on something. We don't start the trends. Wealthy people see this stuff before we do. And here's what Howard Schultz said, and it bothered him. I saw another article and I lost it, and I had to try to find that one where he did a follow-up to this one. But here's what he said. It's a good thing that you cannot buy lattes online, because if you could, then Starbucks would be among the traditional companies that may get swept away by what Schultz describes as an online sea change encroaching upon brick and mortar retailers, most evident from a lackluster holiday gift-giving season. Reporting first quarter earnings, Starbucks said increased online shopping kept more U.S. consumers at home than usual during the holiday season. Now, this next sentence, the rest of the sentence, is why Howard Schultz is even speaking up in the first place. Because he says that means less visits to coffee shops and malls and near retail outlets. Bingo! That's how it's affecting Howard Schultz. Online shopping is affecting foot traffic into his Starbucks. In an interview, Schultz said he believes this past December 2013, represents an inflection point. For those of you who don't know what that means or understand what that is, he is talking about it is a window into the future. It is a glimpse of what's coming that nobody can stop. In other words, it is a trend that's starting right now. It is an inflection point in the growing use of online shopping services and mobile payments. We are navigating through what I believe to be a significant sea change. Why did he use that word sea change? Not swimming pool change. Not lake change. Not river change. A sea change. We're going to be talking about this for quite some time. I would not want to be a traditional brick and mortar retailer that did not have mobile payments, that did not have social and digital media. Those companies are going to find themselves significantly challenged in 2014 and beyond. Significantly challenged. So you have a billionaire that says this is not a fad, this is a trend. So if anybody, in fact, let me, while I'm talking, I'm going to pull up for you guys a link to that article. So anybody, your broke cousin Pookie or some joker online who's trying to sell you another product or convince you to do something else, EC Starbucks, then you can pull this article out and say, okay, I can listen to you or I can listen to a billionaire who says that this is not a fad, but this is a trend. Where is that? Starbucks. Here we go. And the link. Here we go. All right, there's the link to that article. So you can read the whole article. And I think there's even a video on there as well. So save that article, download it. I would even make videos on this. This is huge because this guy is not in online shopping. He has nothing to do with online shopping. Afterwards, Jack, I'll email everybody this recording because I am recording this. So I've learned something else about Americans. We must educate and get the word out. How can people get excited about something that they don't understand? We could say that this is a $10 trillion industry, and that makes no difference to the average person who's just trying to put food on the table. They don't understand that this is taking place or how they can benefit from it. So the season that we're in right now as far as America's concerned, is getting the word out. Spreading the word. How to get on the email list. You want to go to ceostraining.info. Register there. And also make sure you are looking at powerteammarketing.com, because we put an archive of all of our recordings is on there too, on our training website. So I'm spending a lot of time on this tonight, guys, because I want you guys to understand the value of what you have. We haven't had the explosion in America that Europe is having. So as a leader and as leaders, this is where you're going through a test. And are you able to see the vision of where we are? Even though you haven't been to the mountaintop just yet. You know that it's coming. And it's coming whether we like it or not. And it's going to come to those who put their heads down, who focus, who just remain consistent and make it happen. I wish I had that Tyler Perry video uploaded. When he talked about he went 8 years. You know, you're not going to be waiting 8 years here, I'm telling you that now. But he went 8 years broke working on his craft. Now he's worth over $400 million. And the way this comp plan is set up, it only takes two. But tonight, I'm going to talk about the power of 4. Now, I know some guys say, oh, we're going to go over the script. You're going to go over the script tomorrow. Lou Smith does the Getting Started training, so we're going to go over the script tomorrow because we went over that the last couple of nights and last week. So tonight, I want to really hope for you guys to understand the power of 4. At this point, throw out the industry, throw out the name of the company, throw out everything. Just understand the power of 4 in this compensation plan. How do I get to $3,400 a month residual and $17,000 in bonuses? Enroll 4 people. All you need to know, it costs $249 to get started and $34 a month. That's it. You find 4 people with $249. You just made $200. You also cycled and made $50, so you just made your money back. So people say, what is our message? See, every company out there has a quick hype message to get people in. Our last company, we pay your bills. That was exciting, wasn't it? That was sexy. We pay your bills. The 90-day challenge. The 90-day challenge. You know what Organo Gold's message is? They don't talk about coffee. They don't even talk about 70% of the world drinks coffee. You hear that in their presentation. But you know what their message is? We have the #1 money earner in the world. He's making $1.4 million a month. And we have all these people making a whole lot of money. You need to sign up with us. We have great leadership. Their message is the culture of the company. That's a culture that we are still building here because we're still brand new. I remember the beginnings of OG. They didn't have a culture. They were on the verge of going out of business. We're like another coffee company. Here we go. Our message right now is staying ahead of the trends of the industry. Showing people how to get positioned in the greatest shift in wealth in history. Showing people how to save money on items that they're going to purchase anyway. The average household, $150 to $300 a month. Low startup cost. When somebody gets started, you want to show them how to make their money back in their first week in business. You know what Wake Up Now's message is? Earn $600 a month by enrolling 12 people. That's it. I'm not talking about the product. That's their message. All you need is 12 people to make $600 a month. All you need is 3 to be in the business for free. So make your money back. 4 people that you personally enroll your first week, you just made $250 back. You duplicate this process your second week. You want them to do 4 as well. You know what's going to happen? They're also going to make $200. Oh, you're going to make an extra $200, but they're also going to make their money back. So every time you enroll somebody in the business, the goal is how fast can we get your money back in your pocket? Other people say, well, shopping Sherlock doesn't pay out fast enough. Wake Up Now doesn't pay out for 45 days. What's their excuse? We have people in our business that have been in the business for 45 days already making $10,000 a month. Our last company, the bonuses were small, $5 per person. If you wanted to make any money on the bonuses, then you had to put a lot of people in the business in a very short period of time. We still made it happen. As a leader, this is what you do. And this is what I was always been taught. You take whatever you think is your weakness and turn it into one of your strengths to overcome it. It's not easy to do, but those who are successful do it. So the third week in business, they're duplicating the same exact thing. $800 you just made now. Fourth week in business, the same thing, $3,200 you just made. Fifth week in business, I don't know if Rod Doctor's on. I talked about with him. I'm going to have him do the numbers, or even Richard Worsley, because Richard's the numbers guy. But just one more level, the 6th week is more than weeks 1 through 5 combined. But after 5 weeks, you just made a total of $17,250 just from duplicating the power of 4. So you tell somebody it's $249 to get started. Do you think you can show 4 people and you duplicate this? $17,000 in bonuses. Everybody's paying $34.95 a month, $3,400 a month in residual income, and that's just one of the ways we get paid. That's not even counting the matching bonus, because you're going to hit global power doing this in 5 weeks. 5 weeks is too soon. What if it took you 5 months? What if it took you 5 months to make this happen? What, earning an extra $17,000 on top of whatever it is you're making right now, and an extra $3,400 a month 5 months from now, will that be okay? Okay, now we're looking at, we're coming to the end of February, right? So let's count March, April, May, June, July. March, April, May, June, July. So by the end of July, you made an extra $17,000, and you have an extra $3,400 a month residual income coming into your household. Type me if that would help you out. Some people say that would help me out if it took 5 years, because 5 years is going to come anyway. July is going to come anyway. So if you just focused, Rome wasn't built in a day. This company is not built in a day. I spent a lot of time with Michael Weeder, and one thing that I've noticed from him, he is very, very calculating. Very calculating. And he is not reactionary at all. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. He sticks to his game plan, no matter what the pressure. I admire him for that, and I know why he is where he is. He has a game plan. He's like, we are growing over 20% every single month. Steady, consistent growth. He knows. He knows. There's a couple of things that he could do that would instantly get massive attention. Instantly. He knows that. But he will not sacrifice long term for the short term. He firmly believes that at the rate we're going, we don't need to make any of those type of major changes to be seen as popular and cool like some of the other companies. But by default, we're not going to be able to be ignored. Have you ever met somebody or have seen companies that you just can't stand, but you can't ignore them as much as you want to? I'll give you an example. I just don't like watching LeBron James, for example. That's just me personally. The man is the most talented basketball player on the planet right now. His success cannot be denied. I just personally don't like watching them play. Do you think LeBron James cares about what I think? Absolutely not. He continues to do the things he's going to do, and I can't ignore it. That's kind of like how Shopping Sherlock is. That's how Organo Gold was. When Holton Bugs was going through that growing phase of that first 8 months. You know, you started to get so big, you just can't be ignored anymore. That's what's going to happen with us. Now, I didn't finish my point earlier. I said, why December 2015? Remember that? Because I saw I showed what happened in 2013 at the end. Well, January 2015, what's going to happen at the end of this year is while other companies go through a slow growth because of November and December is the slowest months, Shopping Sherlock is going to go through its biggest growth because by default, we're a shopping company. Hey, everybody wants to shop. We're going to be paying out $4 per Sherlock. We're going to be saving people time and money. Everybody's going to be looking at us at that time. Just by default because it's shopping season. And we're going to come off in November and December momentum and hit January hard. Why? Because January 2014 was the biggest month in Shopping Sherlock history. It's no coincidence. We came off of November and December. And in February, we're up 20% from last month. Our team is growing, right? We just signed up people in Japan this week. Japan. This thing is going to be hotcakes. So here is your plan, the power of 4. Now, we're at the top of the hour right now, and I want to open up the lines for anybody that has any comments. They want to add anything to what I've said, or they have any questions, raise your flag, and I'll unmute you so that you can go ahead and speak and share whatever you want to share. And if you don't have a mic, go ahead and type in the chat box if you have a question or any comments. And then we're going to end on a very good video. I used to show this video when I was teaching years ago, and it wasn't this one. It was like version 2006. Here we are, version 2014. And back then we called the video Shift Happens. For those of you who didn't hear me right, that's S-H-I-F as in Frank T. Shift happens, meaning that we live in exponential times. We don't live in just doubling times. We live in exponential times. And if you are not adapting, it's like adapt or die. You're going to be left behind. That is what Howard Schultz is talking about right now. I would hate to be those brick and mortar companies who are not positioned. In fact, I'm off of memory. Why don't I just let me read exactly what he says. We're going to be talking about this for quite some time. I do not want to be a traditional brick and mortar retailer that did not have mobile payments, that did not have social and digital media. Those companies are going to find themselves significantly challenged in 2014 and beyond. That's where we are right now. All right, nobody has anything they want to say or share. I hope I didn't bore everybody to sleep. So good deal, good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Upcoming, we want to pack the house this Tuesday evening. Now, due to the fact that we're having so many people on, I'm going to have to switch the webinar platform back to the private channel, where you guys aren't going to be able to see who's on. You will be able to chat in the chat box. But I can't afford to have anybody disrupting with their mics and their cameras in the middle of Jim Britt's interview, because it's going to be recorded. So I'm giving you a heads up now. Also, if you guys have anybody that has had issues or trouble logging on to the web platform, they might have been getting an error message that said that the website is not safe. The website is safe. That happens periodically when web browsers update themselves and your whatever computer's viral settings is set to. Some are more sensitive than others. So I put in the Facebook group, what you have to do if you're getting that error message, because it's your side, it's not server side, it's your computer. So please give your if you're going to invite a guest, give them that heads up. You don't want them to have a bad impression. They think they come to one of our presentations. Oh, it looks unprofessional. It said that the website's not safe. That means the company must be a scam. At least, give them some heads up. If you know they don't have a mic or whatever, give them the telephone number that if they can't hear, they can just call. No, help out your guests on that way. But we're going to pack the house. We're looking to probably add more seats for Tuesday, but you're going to want to log in earlier than expected. So with that, thank you guys for joining us tonight. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I can't wait to see all of you guys down in Vegas. And I'm going to be having we're going to have a private meeting with our team there in Vegas. That's going to be really setting the game plan, because those of you in Vegas, I want to look to that's going to be making $10,000 a month by the end of this year. That's going to be my personal goal, to work with each and every one of those of you in Vegas. We're going to have our own private group. Call it the Vegas group. For the people that are not on Facebook, can you tell us what to do? Carla, what I will do is I will email those instructions out tonight. So this is what you need to do if you have not done so. Make sure that you are registered there. I'll wait till the morning to give people enough time to register. But I will email out those instructions. I'll do it tomorrow so that you know what to do if you've ever had that issue. So far, I found it, 5% of the people. Yes, you are, Stevie. You're on my team. So I know you're going to be there. So everybody that's going to be in Vegas, we're going to have a special group, and we're going to have our own accountability team that's working with also where as a group we're going to be helping out, because I'm going to go on after the February event, I'm going to be going on a recruiting craze. I'm going to be going crazy on this, because I have a separate personal goal to hit by the summertime. And we're gonna go over how to help each other out on your teams by what your upline does. So, but that's just for the Vegas group. So, looking forward to meeting you guys down there. Let's have a productive week this week. If you are not a Star affiliate, make it a point to hit Star affiliate by the end of the week. Make it a point. Invite your guests out Tuesday. They will be impressed. They're going to be able to see Jim Britt and then a live presentation right after that. Also, if you guys don't know, we updated our Sherlock Presents.com website. We've updated the website. So we've have 3 videos there, and they're very short, so that you can use to talk about your business. All right, everybody, thank you guys for joining us. There's no questions or comments from anybody. That surprises me, but good deal. And let's watch this video, and we will see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening. God bless. Good night. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. This coming Saturday night, we're going to be doing a special online marketing training where I'm going to show you guys how to use the online, because just yesterday we did a training last night with Noel Floyd over how to set up your marketing system. So the next question is, well, how do I drive traffic to my marketing system? How do I have people, generate leads? Where do I go to do so? So this Saturday night, I'm going to show you guys where to go, whether you have a budget or no budget, how to do it for free, how to do it with the budget, and where all that training information is, and what websites. We already have it if you go to powerteammarketing.com on the online marketing session, but I'm going to go to that link and walk you guys through a couple of websites and show you how to set it up and what to do. So spread the word if you want to learn how to generate leads to your business so that you have people calling you instead of you tracking people down. That's going to be this coming Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Live One Dream. All right, everybody, have a good evening. We will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.